Numbers have significance. When we think about certain things, if I say 12, you sort of think noon. Numbers are significant. In fact, the number 22 is significant. You know why it's so significant? It's significant because there are 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. So just put that in your back pocket for a minute, and let me tell you a story. Jeremiah is the prophet that saw the destruction of the temple by the Babylonians. He saw the temple destroyed, and he wept over it. In fact, he wrote a book that we have in the Old Testament called Lamentations. And at the beginning of this book, he says, "How lonely sits the city that was full of people. How like a widow she's become, she who was great among the nations. She was a princess among the provinces, has now become a slave." And if you read the first chapter here, you'll see Jeremiah is just distraught. He's dejected. He can't believe that the Lord's temple has been destroyed. But he pens us a 5-chapter book. And if you'll pay attention to the book, you'll notice that chapter 1 has 22 verses. You'll notice that chapter 2 has 22 verses. You'll notice that chapter 4 has 22 verses. And you'll notice that chapter 5 has 22 verses. What about chapter 3, Chip? Well, chapter 3 has 66 verses. 3 times 22. What's going on there? Well, what he's done is he's written an acrostic book. An acrostic book is that each letter of the Hebrew alphabet is used in each of the verses. And in chapter 3, he uses 3 and then 3 and then 3, all the way from the Aleph to the Taw, all the way through the Hebrew alphabet. What's that about? Why is this book written that way? Because what Jeremiah is saying is this. He doesn't understand how the temple got destroyed. He doesn't understand how God's people have been deported. But what he does understand is this, is that God is a sovereign God, and there must be an order to what's going on. And he is embedded in this book with the way he's written it, letting us know that even though he doesn't understand what's going on, God surely has an order to what's going on. Take some joy in that today. No matter what you're going through, let me tell you the one that you can draw strength from, and that is the Lord. Draw strength from him in this time. Draw strength from him when you're just full of anxiety and fear. Draw strength in the one who is working all things after the counsel of his own will. The Lord is an awesome Lord. And take a minute today to reflect on that. It will give you peace in your heart to know that our Lord is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and nothing happens apart from his will.